Have you ever had a song stuck in your head that you just couldn't shake? That, my friends, is an earworm. It's a universal experience, and it can be both delightful and maddening. Some songs just seem to burrow their way into our brains and take up residence, playing on repeat whether we want them to or not. Today, we're diving deep into the fascinating world of earworms to understand why certain songs have this uncanny ability to hijack our auditory systems. We'll explore the science behind these catchy tunes, from the structure of music itself to the intricate workings of our brains. We'll uncover the psychological and emotional factors that make some songs more likely to get stuck than others. So, if you've ever wondered why that one song from that commercial seems to follow you everywhere, or why you can't get a particular tune out of your head, stick around, because we're about to unravel the mysteries of earworms. So what exactly makes a song catchy? Well, a lot of it comes down to the song's structure and how our brains process music. Think about some of the catchiest songs you know. They often have simple, repetitive melodies. Our brains are wired to recognize and remember patterns. When we hear a simple, repetitive melody, our brains latch onto that pattern. Think about Baby Shark or the Macarena. Those songs are practically designed to get stuck in your head. They have simple, repetitive melodies, and they repeat those melodies over and over again. Catchy songs often have a hook, that one musical phrase or lyrical line that grabs your attention and refuses to let go. So, the next time you find yourself with a song stuck in your head, pay attention to the hook. You might be surprised at how simple and repetitive it is. Music isn't just about notes and rhythms. It's deeply intertwined with our emotions and personal experiences. Certain songs probably remind you of specific times in your life, whether it's your first dance at your wedding, a road trip with friends, or a moment of quiet reflection. These emotional connections can make songs much more likely to get stuck in our heads. When we hear a song tied to a strong emotion or vivid memory, our brains create a strong association between the song and that experience. Songs associated with sad, nostalgic, or even stressful memories can also get lodged in our brains. So, the next time you're wondering why a particular song won't stop replaying in your mind, think about the memories and emotions you associate with that song. Have you ever noticed how jingles from commercials or theme songs from your favorite TV shows seem to get stuck in your head effortlessly? That's not a coincidence. It's the power of repetition. Our brains are like sponges, soaking up information from the world around us, and music is no exception. When we're constantly bombarded with the same song, whether it's on the radio, in a store, or even just playing in our own homes, our brains become very familiar with it. The more we hear a song, the more ingrained it becomes in our memory, making it easier to recall, and yes, more likely to become an earworm. Think about the most popular songs of the year. They're everywhere. This constant exposure creates a feedback loop where the more we hear a song, the more likely it is to get stuck in our heads. So the next time you find yourself humming a jingle you swear you don't even like, remember, it's just your brain doing what it does best, remembering and replaying. Our brains are incredible multitaskers, constantly processing information even when we're not aware of it. This subconscious processing explains why songs get stuck in our heads. Think of it like your brain's background music. Even when you're not actively listening, your brain might be humming a tune. Our brains try to make sense of incomplete information. If you hear a song but only catch a few lines, your brain might keep replaying those lines, trying to fill in the gaps. Our brains love to predict what's next. When we hear a familiar melody, our brains anticipate the next note, creating a sense of satisfaction. So, the next time you have a song stuck in your mind, remember, it's your brain working behind the scenes, trying to make sense of the world. Our brains are wired for music. Specific areas of our brains, like the auditory cortex, are particularly attuned to processing music, especially music with rhythm and repetition. When we hear music, our auditory cortex lights up, analyzing the different elements of the music like pitch, rhythm, and timbre. And when we hear music with a catchy beat or a repetitive melody, our brains release dopamine, a neurotransmitter associated with pleasure and reward. Repetitive music provides a sense of order and predictability, which can be incredibly satisfying for our brains. It's like solving a puzzle. Our brains love figuring out how the pieces fit together, and music is no exception. This love of patterns is particularly strong when it comes to music. So the next time you find yourself tapping your foot or humming along to a catchy tune, remember, it's not just because you like the song. It's because your brain is hardwired to enjoy it. We've talked about how much our brains love patterns and repetition in music, but here's the thing. Sometimes a little bit of surprise can make a song even more catchy. Think about songs that have a sudden change in tempo, a key change, or an unexpected instrumental break. These unexpected elements can disrupt the pattern, creating a sense of surprise and intrigue that can make a song even more memorable. When a song throws in a curveball, it disrupts our expectations and forces our brains to pay attention. These unexpected elements can also create a sense of tension and release in music. A sudden shift in dynamics or a change in harmony can create a feeling of anticipation, which is then resolved when the song returns to its original pattern. So, the next time you're listening to music, pay attention to those moments of surprise. They might just be the reason why that song gets stuck in your head. It's not just the music that makes a song catchy. Lyrics play a huge role too. Earworm-worthy songs often have short, simple, and repetitive lyrics. Our brains love patterns and repetition in lyrics. Short, memorable phrases are easy to remember and hard to shake. Call and response lyrics make us engage and remember. Lyrics that evoke emotions or tell a story stick with us. Rhymes are satisfying and make lyrics memorable. Next time you sing along, notice the simple, repetitive, or emotional lyrics. So, there you have it, the science behind why songs get stuck in our heads. From the structure of music to the workings of our brains, there are many factors that contribute to the earworm phenomenon. But while earworms can be fun and even nostalgic, they can also be incredibly frustrating, especially when they just won't go away. If you find a song stuck in your head and it's becoming frustrating, try listening to a different song, engaging in a focused activity, or mentally singing the whole song to give your mind peace. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to like and subscribe for more fascinating insights.